Right, so let's get underway with our next heat, which will be the last of the Minimax heats. It's Heat 6, Groups B versus C. Here is your starting grid. Albert Friend and Denny Babacek will be on the front row. Vince van der Hullen and Maxime Becker due to start on row 2. Michael Zayek and Bran van der Weyken, row 3. Then we've got Kai Clark and Alex Goodson on row 4, with Alexander Van Meeuwen from Belgium and Denmark's Finn Albert Jorgensen completing the top 10. Daniel Minto and Albi Lapper round out an all-British row number 6, ahead of Lieke van Berkel, Noah Zak, Luca Holmes-Balak, Lewin Seidel, Unter Olavi Lakonen, João Maria Pereira, Boris Maligranda, Erik Brandsborg, Bolin van Preet, Mason Yering, Ivan Czernega, Asmi Heiser, Juris Pluxner, Miyazaki, rounding out the 26-strong grid. So the drivers now make their way down from turn number 9 on the run down to Cafe Corner at turn 10. So if Albert Friend makes it 3 from 3, who's going to stop him this year as a Minimax driver in the Grand Festival? Well, the jury's still out on that one. Nikita Lubimov has 2 wins. Albert Friend has 2 wins. Will it be a clean sweep for the Briton? Give us about 9 minutes and we'll be able to find out live and direct from Karting Genk. He lines up alongside Denny Babacek in the 1:15. 7 minutes on the timer plus an additional lap. Out of the final corner. The revs, they start to build. They start to accelerate. The red lights are on. The red lights are out. We are underway. Good start by Albert Friend from the pole position spot on the front row. As Vince van der Hullen looking to go up the inside of Denny Babacek early doors. It's 3-4 abreast coming out of turn number 2. And did they get through? No, we got a spinner coming out, and we've had a couple of carts getting caught up in the crossfire as a direct correlation. Might have been João Maria Pereira, possibly, that might have been turned around coming out of that corner. Or maybe even Alexander Van Meeuwen as they make their way through. There is the 196 of Bran van der Weyken, so it could have been Alexander Van Meeuwen that might have been turned around as they make their way down out of turn number 9. Albert Friend has cantered away already, and we're not even through one racing lap of this 1.36 kilometre circuit. So Friend leads the way. Second, it's Babacek. Third, it's van der Hullen. Fourth, it is going to be Daniel Minto, who started 11th on the grid. And I thought it might have been the case. Alexander Van Meeuwen drops all the way down to 22nd position. Pauline van Preet and Ivan Czernega have also dropped down. I think Ivan Czernega is out of the race. The youngster in the 147 is being accompanied by one of the marshals. Big thank you to the team here at Team MKG for their efforts, as always, for helping us run every single event here at the Home of Champions. It's greatly appreciated. But Denny Babacek is not hanging around. He's got some pace as the 115 from the Czech Republic. And he's closing in on Albert Friend. This is the battle for the race lead. Babacek's going to look for the inside move into turn 12. He runs deep, but collars the apex nicely. And on lap number 2, first lap it was Albert Friend leading. Now it's Denny Babacek. Vince van der Hullen rounding out the top 3. Maxime Becker now gets past Daniel Minto for 4th place. Michael Zayak, Lieke van Bukkel, Kai Clark, Luca Holmes-Balak, and then also Alex Goodson round out the top 10, covered by 2.7 seconds. And from 1st to 24th, rounded out by Latvia's Juris Bluksner, covered by 8.3 seconds. So 4.25 minutes to go, plus an additional lap. And Albert Friend, if he gets 2 firsts and a second, he's definitely going to be very, very happy indeed. And, well, he might want the clean sweep. I know what him and his... George, I know you're probably more than likely here. I haven't seen you this weekend. But some great shots on the drone. Big thank you to Noreen for her help with that this weekend. As we see Albert Friend go for a late lunge through into turn 6, and that's him through past Babicek for the overall race lead. And they're battling behind as Babicek looks to return the favour through the very next corner. He retakes the lead through at turn 7, but look at the momentum, Gary, from Albert Friend, and he's slung shot past him through at turn 8. 3 exchanges of the race lead, and now Babicek has lost out to Vince van der Hullen, who is waiting in the wings. There's Maxime Becker in 4th. Daniel Minto isn't too far away from this either. Boris Maligranda has now gone up to 18th. Albi Lapper up to 20th. Bran van der Weken now into 11th. Kai Clark 7th. But Albert Friend, after lap number 4, is back in the lead. And there we go with Denny Babicek and Maxime Becker. They both get through on Vince van der Hullen. And also Daniel Minto is closing on in. The young man with Hunter Motorsport, run by Reese Hunter, older brother of Kai. And a very, very good afternoon to Karting Northeast at Warden Law. I hope you're all keeping well up there. 2.5 minutes still to go, plus an additional lap. Albert Friend leads by nearly 0.3 of a second over what was Vince van der Hullen, now is Denny Babicek. And the top 4 last time around were covered by 0.4. How close is it going to be after this lap? So it looks like Kai Clark has got past Daniel Minto. There's the 1:28 of João Maria Pereira, battling away with Denmark's Finn Albert Jorgensen. Top 4 now covered by 6.5. Kai Clark now up to 5th. Minto down to 7th, so has been passed by Michael Zayak at the moment. But Albert Friend getting closer and closer to maybe getting that 3rd successive win in 3 heats. Let's not forget, he's the outgoing Micromax Grand Festival winner from last year. Maxime Becker looks for a possible late lunge on Denny Babicek, but had to back out of it right at the last second. Vince van der Hullen right on the back bumper of the 157 from Germany, coming out of turn number 11. Through into turn 12, van der Hullen pulls to the inside, gets through for 3rd. But is Becker going to have the cut back? Yes, he is, and returns the favour through the final corner. 2 more laps to go. And Denny Babicek has got the fastest lap in his pocket at the moment, 59.399 for the 115, representing the Czech Republic. And now is gunning after Albert Friend. You can see that Albert Friend is looking everywhere. And van der Hullen again goes up the inside, this time through turn 6 onto the Europalan past Maxime Becker. Now pulls towards the inside to cover off the 157. And there is Kai Clark, the 106. Very, very close to the back of the 157 as they head into turn 9. 20 seconds on the timer remains. Albert Friend still holding on for the race lead. But this is going to be very, very close. Albert Friend keeps it tightly parked to the apex through turn 12. Last lap board out for the final Minimax heats of the Grand Festival. into turns 1 and 2 for the final time on lap number 8. Albert Friend is still holding on by a strand of string. And now Babicek look for the move up the inside through at turn 5. Maxime Becker gets back through on, well, keeps ahead of Kai Clark. Vince van der Hullen is piggy in the middle in all of this, right smack bang in third place. But what is going to happen between turn 9 and turn 12, where we're now going to find out. Up the inside through turn 9 goes Maxime Becker on Vince van der Hullen. That allows Kai Clark to close. But is it going to be enough that Denny Babicek has something in the tank right here, right now as they head into turn 12? It's not going to be the case, because out of the final corner, it's a clean sweep for Albert Friend from the UK. The 191 from Strawberry Racing takes 3 successive heat wins and is the one that they've all got to beat tomorrow. 3 wins today. That is a mighty performance from the young man from the United Kingdom. Earlier on this year turned just 10 and has showcased that he is one of those drivers you need to be on your A game to battle with. Wins by just under a tenth and a half ahead of Denny Babicek. Vince van der Hullen, Kai Clark and Maxime Becker round out the top 5 positions. Bran van der Weken, Luca Holmes-Balak, Mikael Zayak, Alex Goodson and Lieke van Berkel round out the top 10. João Maria Pereira in 11th head of Daniel Minto. Finn Albert Jorgensen, Alexander Van Meeuwen recovering after that early scare to finish 14th head of Noel Zack. Luan Seidel finishes 16th head of Boris Maligranda. Albi Lapper 18th unter Olavi Lakonen. Eric Brandsborg, Juris Bluxner, Mason Yering, Asmi Heiser, Miyazaki and Pauline Van Preet round out the 25 that finished the race. And unfortunately, on the opening lap, Ivan Chanega was out by turn 5.